All right, I'm in the garage today and got a little project. I'm adding this YakAttack Switchpad Flexible Mount onto my inflatable paddleboard slash kayak. It's a Vibe Cubera 125 Lite. I like the kayak a lot, but one thing it does not have is a mount in the back of the kayak, which is where I like to put my camera for recording videos. Just gets that better angle, but it doesn't have a mount back there. So I'm going to add one today and show you how to do it. This will work for pretty much any inflatable kayak or paddleboard that's made out of the same material. So here, there are a couple things that you're going to need. You're going to need a hair dryer or a heat gun. I don't have a heat gun. I'm just using a hair dryer. Don't tell my wife. And some of this vinyl cement HH64. I just ordered this from Walmart. This is what you'll need. Is the glue that will hold the mighty mount on. You'll need some sandpaper. You will need the mighty mount itself and some kind of a pin, and then you'll also need some acetone or rubbing alcohol, something to clean the surface with, and then a towel to use it. So that's the stuff you'll need. Let's get started. Hi, it's me from the future. I'm adding in something that I forgot to say at the beginning of this. Make sure before you actually glue everything down and when you pick your spot, make sure that you're picking a spot that's not on a folding crease, like somewhere where it's going to fold over. So my fold crease is about right here, and it's the last piece, so that's why I'm putting it back here where I did, because I don't have to worry about trying to fold it over top of this, because this is rigid and it's not going to fold. So just make sure you don't put it there. Another thing I'm saying now, and I'll put this earlier in the video, but make sure that you do this when your kayak is inflated, because if you try to do it when it's deflated, when you go to inflate everything up, there are going to be seams and things are going to be bunched up underneath this, and if you try to blow it up while everything is glued together, bunched up down there, you're going to create a rip, and then your kayak's not going to be any good anymore. So don't do that. Make sure it's inflated, and make sure you position it somewhere where there's not going to be a crease. We're going to start off by cleaning the surface really well with the acetone. And then the next step, I'm going to place it where I want it, and we're going to draw an outline around it so that we know where to put the glue, because otherwise we'll just make a big mess, and I don't want to make a big mess if I don't have to. That looks good about right there. Okay, so now we have a nice outline for where we want it. You can barely see that on the camera, but it's there, pretty visible for me, so that's the main thing that matters. I forgot to mention this in the supplies that you need, but if you have painter's tape, that will be handy, because you can use painter's tape to mark the outline of where this will go so that it doesn't bleed over, and that way you just keep things nice and clean. Okay, so that marked off really well now where that's going to go. And now what I'm going to do is take the sandpaper. This is, I didn't say this before, but this is 220 grit. You don't want anything too rough because you're not trying to kill it, you're just trying to scuff it up a little bit. So just scuff up the plastic here, and when you scuff up plastic like this, it just gives the glue something better to bind to. Not trying to kill it, just make sure that it's scuffed up. Like I said, this is 220 grit. You don't need much. You're just trying to get it a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing for the vinyl here. I really don't want to do much on this, but just trying to give it something to adhere to. And that should be plenty. All right, we're going to clean everything off with the acetone again. Let that dry. Clean this off too. Okay, now all we're doing is taking our vinyl cement and we're just going to spread it all over a light coat. You want a light coat, not a super heavy coat. But you spread it over the area that you want to put your Mighty Mount on. And once you have it on that, you also want to put it on the base of the mount itself, the track mount, the track pad itself. Another coat on this, not too thick, just trying to cover it. Okay, then once you have it covered with the vinyl cement, you just want to let it sit for, the instructions say 2 to 5 minutes or until it's tacky. So we'll give it a couple minutes to tack up and then we'll get to step 2. Alright, it's been about 3 minutes. I think that's pretty tacky. Okay, so line everything up. And just keep pressing it together until it doesn't want to lift up anymore. Then you'll know that everything is bonded. And then you're going to want to let it cure for probably 24 hours before you actually take it out and go anywhere. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to leave this and let it just set for a while. And then I'll come back and check on it and hopefully we'll be good to go. And I'm gonna leave this inflated overnight too, just to make sure everything sets up really well before we deflate anything. But yeah, this looks good. Not that hard. Took me 20 minutes and now I have a camera mount. Okay, it's been about 5 hours and here's what it looks like. Sealed on there tightly. No weird gaps or anything. And I'm gonna leave this like it is overnight still, and then tomorrow I'll deflate it and be good to go. Oh my gosh, you got a muskie. I got a muskie. Oh, it came off. No. Oh. Oh. I didn't have the net ready. All right.